Well, I had never had this experience before, which was, and I think I'd said this in another publication, another interview, it was like coming from film, like 8 great opening weekends in a row. And I didn't watch all the episodes. I had all the episodes before the season started on HBO, but I didn't watch them. My wife and I chose to say, let's do it like everybody else. I'm so glad we did, because I had that same audience experience, which we watched the first one. Then Monday, we talked about it, and then I watched it again on Monday night. And then Tuesday, I talked with someone else about it, and then I watched it on Tuesday night. And everyone was coming to me going, well, so tell me what happens. And the thing was, I was watching it live. I made I was in the picture. I made the 8 hours. I made all the episodes, but I didn't know how the episodes were going to be cut, so I didn't know really what happened. So I didn't have answers for anybody, and if I did have answers, I wasn't going to tell them anyway. So I really enjoyed for the first time, one, being a subject in what everyone was talking about, but also as a viewer, as an objective viewer of watching what we did, I was as on edge as I think everybody else was. And it did hit a nerve. It hit a nerve. The show hit a nerve. Rusting Coal hit a nerve. Did I know that was happening when we did it? I don't know. When I read what Nick wrote, before I signed on, I knew it was really special. And I knew it was specific and original, and I hadn't read anything like it before. And it felt like we were laying down something really original. And then when I saw the episodes, I was as excited as everybody else watching them.
Were you on the tape?
Maybe my decision-making paradigm is pretty much the same, with a little more maturity, I guess. I still want to do things that are scaring me. I'm still doing, the next thing I'm doing scares the hell out of me. Sea of Trees. I have not seen Interstellar yet. I will soon. I'm still choosing things that, look, when you start all of a sudden start to get more things, more options, more choices, right? It's very easy and sincere to go, whoa, well, yeah, 5 years ago I would have done all of these if I could have, if that's the situation. But I'm still trying to do my best to bring it back to, okay, not just because you can, bring it back to you. Let me ask myself, Matthew, which one personally turns you on, and then will the experience move my floor, shake my floor? Will the experience of going to make this be an experience? Not a happy time, but an experience where I can personally have an adventure doing it. That's the questions I'm still asking myself, and that's what I was asking myself then. And that's what I can do my best to keep asking myself.
I don't know. I think we're just really lucky that we found each other. I think that, I don't know, I don't believe in fate, but I think that was the right role for me at the right time. And I just understood Molly from the moment that I read her, and I think that translates on screen.
Have you ever won another award before? Not necessarily even for acting, but...
I'm sure. What did I win? No, I've never had a statuette before. No, that's not true. When I was like 11, I won Best Supporting Actress at like Fort Bend Community Theater in Houston. So, woohoo! Twosies. Yeah, this is old hat for me because I did that at the community theater in Fort Bend County. So no big deal. No big deal.
Oh my God. I've just loved playing this part so much, and it's just changed my life, and it's changed my career, and I did sort of say this out there actually, but that, I'd like to think that would be very fulfilling on its own, and I know it would be, but it's no doubt getting an accolade like this or whatever is meaningful in the same way it's meaningful to have an audience come and tune into the show every week. You don't want to work into a vacuum, and of course it's gratifying to get a message that people think that what you're doing is good. It's really sweet, and again, I'd like to think I'm strong enough to carry on, even if everyone hated me doing this. I wouldn't get hired then, I guess. But the opposite tonight is true, which is really sweet. Well, many. What's been happening in front of your face? What's been happening in your brains?
Well, I think Laverne has called her where she's like, I don't think I'm in my body right now. Is anyone in your body?
Yeah. I want to say I am, but I actually don't think I am. It feels surreal that it's happening, that people are recognizing our work, and we're here together, and it's an exciting time, and it's only the beginning, so.
Yeah, it was so exciting when Uzo won. I mean,
and Kate Mulgrew, who's not here tonight, also won. So we won in every category we were nominated in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we did. Yes, we did. Hello.
I'm so proud.
Genji really, and our writers are so amazing, and they really push the envelope, like nothing is taboo for them. And, we grow so much as actresses by getting pushed out of our comfort zone. And the fact that we do totally trust each other and support each other, it gives you such a safe environment to really go there and like lay it all out on the table, and knowing that you have this amazing support group around you and these amazing actresses, and it's just so stellar. It's awesome.
You guys are riding such a wave. Sit down and get acclimated to where you were before they called your name up.
I sat down and I knew it was first up, but we're quite over to the side, and so I sat down and with my very sweet manager, Stephen, and I was like, well, it's not going to be me because you can't even get to the stage from here. And so I thought that would never happen. But then they called my name, but then I really didn't know how to get to the stage. So then I feel like I wasted everyone's production time. It is just a profound blessing. I could never conceive as to why, because I know so many people are deserving. And I mean, this is a small room full of people of incredible talent, all giving their all, but this is a city, and a world full of beautiful talents that may always go unsung. I feel like this year for me was like lightning hitting a ship in a bottle. I just am fathoms lucky, and Shonda and her team are so gifted, and what they put Sweet Melly through this year was so much crazy fun, and this is an honor that I don't even know how to take in.
Tears. I was crying, and I'm gonna probably start crying again. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think. I just didn't know what to think. I was just very overwhelmed and just very thankful, and just acknowledging the amazing, like goodness and gift that I recognize us to be, and the gift that Genji has given me, the gift that my castmates have given to me, the support that I've had from my family. I'm first generation Nigerian, and I just started thinking about my mom and the support she's been in my entire life, and I'm so sorry. And just how amazingly, I hope I've just made her like a piece proud. She came over here wanting a better life for their family. So it's just very thankful. Well, for me, when I found the character, there was a line in the script that she's introduced in that Marco Ramirez, he wrote this particular episode, and the stage liner read something in part like, she's innocent like a child, except children aren't scary. And that felt like a continuation of what already felt like such a vivid and alive script from the pilot. I remember just reading the pilot, and even though Suzanne wasn't in it, everything about it popped up off the page, like one of those 3D books. I just thought everything jumped up like so brilliantly. So when that line came up, I remember my imagination just started singing and dancing. I thought, oh, I can see somebody with like a grown person with like a sledgehammer and a pacifier. That's like the pictures that started coming in my mind, and trying to keep the quality of innocence alive in somebody who's in prison and is called Crazy Eyes. But everything about her just felt to me that she was misunderstood, and I just wanted to inject in her some kind of open spirit as best I could.
I was really surprised by how much people took to, not surprised, just grateful that they responded to the character Margaret Scully, and that she really resonated for some reason. And I think it's a combination of things. It's an incredible time period for, and the emotional journey that she went through, and with Beau Bridges, and the storyline was incredibly dramatic and incredibly exciting to portray as an actress, I really have to say. And of all the roles I've ever played, Margaret Scully is the one that I felt most like in some ways, in terms of I know as an actress and being out there, I tend to play pretty bold, strong characters, and I myself feel very shy and would rather listen in a room than talk, and so I felt very comfortable in Margaret's, in her character, in her skin. And I really loved playing this character, and I'm really glad that other people did too, because it makes it extra special. I never, you know, and I don't think of either one of them as being one or the other. Even with Mom, because of the subject matters that we tackle and dealing with, you know, there were some really emotional episodes that I had to do on Mom, and you know, there are slightly different styles, but I think that there's a lot of drama and comedy mixed in both, but it's just different styles, and I feel comfortable in both. I feel very comfortable acting, much more comfortable than in real life. I love being in a role that I can hide behind. It's really very satisfying, and I feel strangely, oddly comfortable as somebody else. And I guess that's not too hard to understand for actors to be more comfortable as someone else. Yes.
What does it mean to you to get? What's just happened? What's that sort of...
Yeah, it was a total blur. I mean, I really, really did not expect to win at all. And then I got to hang out with the Orange is the New Black cast, which was amazing. Yeah, I'm just totally in shock, to be honest. I just did not expect it to happen. Yeah, I mean, I feel really lucky. I feel like any actor who got this opportunity would sink their teeth into it and be very grateful. Like, I just feel very grateful for it. It's a dream. It's a total dream, and I get to do, you know, a career's worth of characters in one show, and the writing is so strong, and it's just, I just feel so lucky.
How's your head right
I
now?
don't know where it is. It's off somewhere out here, and I'm just on cloud nine. I'm just so grateful and thankful, and mostly just happy for the film and this story that I've loved for so long, that to be recognized tonight is just, you know, it's a dream come true for this movie. I read the play for the first time when I was 13, and for it to be given the voice it's been given with HBO is just completely, I think, the culmination of so many people's work, and just the best possible scenario we could have hoped for.
Show what you can do.
Oh, my whole career. You know, it's so rare. I think I became an actor because I read plays like this, and Brecht and Shaw, and plays that educated me and challenged my viewpoints and enlightened me. And then when you go out into the professional world, suddenly you're thin sliced or whatever you're categorized, and it's rare that you get the chance to really be a part of something like this that hopefully has some type of social resonance. And so I've been waiting a long time, and I just prayed every day, you know, to that generation of people that I would get out of my own way and just, you know, tell their story as truthfully as possible.
I said this on the carpet, that I feel like the critics are the reason why we're still on the air, because in those early seasons when, you know, we were a cult hit, one of the reasons why how people could find the show was because the critics were talking about it. I remember, I think our first season, or maybe like David Bianculli from NPR saying this is like my favorite show on TV right now. And for somebody with that kind of gravitas to have wasted his voice and energy and wind on our show really made a difference. It helped people find Archer. And, you know, we're going to season 6, and it's because of the critics, and they've always loved us.
I
Except for
agree.
this last season, which they hated, apparently.
I agree.
It's really nice to be able to have, especially when it's a character you love playing, to have that long to do it, because I've done movies before that I wish hadn't ended. You know what I mean? I wish I could have played that character from then on. And in this case, it kind of feels like you're doing it forever, you know, and it was months and months of it. So it really does give you the opportunity to really get inside a character. I particularly love this 10-episode format for shows. It's a terrific thing.
This show is encouraging young America to start businesses. This show is mainly watched by parents with their kids. It's a staple viewing on a Friday night. Everybody knows when Shark Tank's on. And it's been unbeaten in how many weeks? It's because it's really what America stands for.
Well, it's very overwhelming because I have to be honest, most of the time I feel on the outside of that affection, which is insane because when I look back at my career, I can honestly say that so much of my work I think is caught on because the critics have been kind and lovely, and I don't know, I guess I always feel like an outsider, so I was very surprised when I got that call, and I begged them to maybe give it another name because I so don't feel like a genius. But it was very sweet and lovely, and I see so many of them out there tonight who have been so nice to me. And I was thinking, it was almost 10 years ago that to the month that Nip Tuck premiered. So it's been an amazing 10 years with much kindness, and it felt very full circle for me. It was great. I felt very loved, and that's a great feeling. I mean, it's nice.
It's been such a ride. We never expected this from Breaking Bad. As I said, we started off as this little engine that could, and people believed in it, and our reviews were really good, and AMC was at such a place that it made sense to keep it on the air. And then became a little bit of a cult show. You'd go to the hipper coffee shops with a Breaking Bad t-shirt, and somebody said, "Oh, I love that show." And then it became what people think of it today as, but it's something that has evolved, so there's no natural progression. Consequently, I don't know when it's going to completely expire.